Well, I think we're all familiar with colorism because it's a global phenomenon. Whether you are growing up in Cairo, or Baltimore, or Jerusalem, or Jacksonville, the global belief system that says that your value, your intelligence, your superiority, your beauty, your significance is heightened, is increased, the more you look in a manner that is associated with a European way of looking. That is straight hair, a phenotype, nose, lips, that are, while they're not exclusive to Europeans, are generally most closely associated with Europeans. And a couple of years ago, I wrote a book called Don't Play in the Sun, One Woman's Journey Through the Color Complex. And I was inspired to write the book after seeing the video that the singer India Ari did, I'm Not the Average Girl in Your Video, and the song Brown Skin. And this was a book in which I talked about my own experiences as a woman, a brown-skinned woman who had to grow into a sense of my own beauty, and as someone who traveled around the world. And I wrote about colorism in the way, for example, that there's a pay disparity. Darker-skinned people in this society are paid on average 25% less than lighter-skinned people within the African-American community. There's a health disparity around the world, so that whether you're talking about China or India, India is a great example where 65% of women use skin lighteners and 35% of men use skin lighteners. And it's accepted, there's no debate about it. So that you're talking about an ism that is an extension of racism, a corollary to racism, and that has a terribly negative impact on the self-esteem, the life chances, and the possibilities of people all over the world. And just one thing before I finish, the thing that's so interesting is that with racism, African Americans in the 60s forced the society to begin having a conversation about racism. So that now we have all kinds of language we use to facilitate making people comfortable talking about racism. But we live in a society where African American youth, for example, will easily say to a young girl, "Dang, you're pretty for a dark-skinned girl," okay? Or similar put-downs. And we don't have a language yet to combat that. And I got emails from, for example, white teachers who would say, in my inner city classrooms, so often I hear my students saying horrible things to each other based on color. You're too light, or you're too dark. As a white person, can I say something about this? And I said, please do, because what you're watching is a human rights violation right before your eyes.